So let's talk about a new critical role that's popping up everywhere, the AI business strategist. I mean, what do they actually do, and why are they suddenly so important for leadership? We're going to break down the skills, the mindset, and what it really takes to bridge that gap between amazing technology and smart, real-world strategy. Okay, let's get into it. Let me ask you a straight-up question. Is your organization really ready for what's happening? Because the AI revolution isn't some far-off thing we need to prep for. It's already here, and it's demanding a totally new kind of leadership, one that can take all this incredible tech and turn it into actual, measurable business success. And that really gets to the heart of a fundamental shift. You know, for years, AI was kind of siloed away. It was the stuff for data scientists and engineers, but that's completely over. Now, AI is the absolute cornerstone of modern strategy. It's what's driving everything from innovation to efficiency in literally every industry you can think of.
So, if that's the big challenge, this massive need for strategic AI leadership, then what's the solution? How do you as a business leader get the skills to handle this without having to go back to school to become a coder?
Well, this is where programs like the Certified AI Business Strategist, or CAIBS, come into play. These aren't just about getting another credential. They're designed to be a clear roadmap, a structured path to help you master how AI is totally reshaping leadership, decision-making, and your company's edge in the market. So what does it really mean to be an AI business strategist? Well, think of yourself as that essential bridge. You're the person who can stand between the super technical teams and the boardroom, making sure that all the cool AI projects aren't just science experiments, but are directly tied to the company's biggest goals and are actually making a difference to the bottom line. Now, here's what's really interesting. Who is this role for? You might be surprised. This isn't just another certification for developers. In fact, its real power comes from a strategic, completely non-technical point of view. Just look at this comparison. It makes it super clear. Traditional AI training, that's all about coding, algorithms, and building models. It's for data scientists. But a strategist's training, that's all about strategy and governance. The goal isn't to build the AI, it's to use it to create business value. That's why the audience is business leaders, consultants, and entrepreneurs. See the difference? And this is the big secret, right? You absolutely can, and you should, be leading in the age of AI without ever writing a single line of code. The whole point is to give you the frameworks and the language to guide your technical teams with total confidence, turning really complex ideas into smart, practical business moves. All right, so let's get practical. What's actually in the toolkit for an AI strategist? What skills are we really talking about? First things first, this has to be practical. A huge part of this is having access to ready-to-use strategy templates. We're talking over 50 of them. And these aren't just theories, okay? They are actual tools for things like readiness assessments, communicating with stakeholders, and running projects that you can literally start using on day one. And it's so important to see how this stuff plays out in the real world, because AI's impact is everywhere. In healthcare, we're talking about predicting patient outcomes. In finance, it's about automating risk management. For retail, it's personalizing everything and making supply chains smarter. And in energy, it can be a massive driver for sustainability. It's touching everything. Okay, and this next part is a huge deal. It's not just about strategy. A key responsibility is being fluent in AI governance, right up to the board level. This is critical. It means understanding frameworks like ISO/IXO 42001, which is a new global standard for managing AI systems, to make sure that as your company innovates, you're doing it ethically and legally. So you get the knowledge, you get the tools, but what does all this actually mean for your career? Let's talk about the payoff, because it's pretty direct and tangible. And listen, the numbers don't lie. This chart here compares the salary potential for someone in a given role versus someone who also has AI strategy skills. And as you can see, the data shows that professionals with these skills can pull in anywhere from 20 to 35% more than their peers. That's a huge difference. So, where does that salary bump come from? It comes from being able to step into these really senior strategic roles that honestly didn't even exist a decade ago. We're talking about positions like AI strategy consultant, head of digital transformation, or AI governance lead. These are the people who are really shaping the future of business right now. And look, this is way more than just a certificate you hang on the wall. Having a credential in this space sends a powerful signal to employers, to clients, to partners all over the world.
It basically validates that you know how to lead effectively in this new era of AI.
So let's pull all this together. What does this really mean for you and where things are headed? It means you have this incredible opportunity to stop being a manager who's just reacting to technology and become a leader who's actively shaping it. And you might be thinking, this sounds intense, but getting there is probably more doable than you think. A lot of these programs are totally self-paced, designed to be finished in just 30 to 40 hours. You can fit that into a busy schedule. And when you're done, you usually get to join a global network of other people who are leading the same charge. At the end of the day, the big takeaway is that this is about so much more than just learning a new subject. It's really a professional transformation. It's about getting the mindset, the tools, and the foresight you need to lead with real confidence in a world that's being completely rewritten by artificial intelligence.
The world desperately needs leaders who can connect that big vision with a smart strategy and innovation with responsibility. The rise of the AI business strategist is a direct answer to that need. So the only real question left is, how is your organization going to lead in this new future?